been a while since I've done one of these, but I just watched Gravity and it was the bomb. It was like a visual game changer. Honestly, at first when I saw the trailer, I was like, what is this movie about? I was thinking, are we just gonna watch Sandra Bullock flipping through the air and losing her virginity for 2 hours? I was thinking this movie would be either really, really good or really, really bad. And it turned out really good. Like, it exceeded my expectations. It was a simple premise and there wasn't a lot of dialogue, but it was executed so well in a way that it gave the movie like more layers. The movie gave like a little bit of humor, a sense of wonder, perseverance, love, and terror. Yes, it was scary as not scary like I'm gonna pop out the corner and freak you out scary. But the idea of spinning out of control with nothing to grab onto into infinity all alone. Hearing nothing but the sound of your breathing. Because in space you can't hear anything. All you can hear is what's in your little like helmet through the headphones. Like, I was just stressed out the entire movie. I was like sweating and I felt like I was gonna have like an anxiety attack. It might be just me because I get really, really into movies. When I watch me, I give it like all my attention and focus and I'm like in the zone. So I'm sitting there like, it's getting hard to breathe or just me. I was just worried throughout the entire movie. It was one bad thing after another. I guess it makes sense because the movie's supposed to portray Murphy's Law, which basically is anything that could go wrong will go wrong. Like when she was finally saved inside this capsule slash pod thing, all of a sudden there's this huge fire. Where did that even come from? This girl cannot catch a break. Space was just whipping her ass all over the place. It was like a game where it was like space versus Sandra Bullock and then space was just dominating. I felt like I should have kept the scoreboard throughout the movie. It looked like this. Like every now and then Sandra would get one, you know, but then space would come and be like, don't think so, I thought surviving on an island was bad just because of all those things you see on TV, you know, like Castaway, Lord of the Flies, Lost, Man vs. Wild, Hunger Games. But space is like a whole other level of screwed. After watching this movie, I would much rather be stuck on an island, talking to a volleyball, eating bugs, or getting stabbed to save PETA than to be stuck in space, even if it is with George Clooney. And some people are saying that Sandra Bullock acted like such a noob, because in the movie she's always like, what do I do? But you have to understand, like, she's not a veteran astronaut. She's like a scientist slash doctor. I thought she was hella calm considering what was going on. If I was her, I would probably be shooting in my spacesuit. So Andrew was like, I can't! I'm spinning! I can't breathe!
Houston, do you copy? Anyone? Houston, this is Mission Specialist Ryan Stone. I'm drifting. Do you copy?
And I would be like,
can't breathe! Holy I hate space! About to vomit. I just want to go. Houston, where you at? All this drifting is making me space sick. Houston, this is Biz Hong. Can you hear me? Houston! I know y'all can hear me.
I would be the worst astronaut ever. And George Clooney plays the experienced astronaut. The character is supposed to represent all that is good in humanity. In the movie, he was like 100% cool, calm, collected, and charming. So he basically played himself. Music added a whole nother level. This movie is so visual, and there isn't much dialogue that you can literally put hundreds of songs in the background and it will fit.
A whole new world. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? All by myself. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Everything the composer did enhanced like the emotion of Sandra Bullock like times 100. He would do this thing like you're getting sucked up by a vacuum. Did you know Sandra Bullock wasn't the first choice for this movie? She wasn't even the 5th choice. Actually, the movie was supposed to be for Angelina Jolie, and then it was supposed to go to that one girl from Inception, like Portman, and then they were thinking about Scarlett Johansson and Blake Lively. No offense to Blake Lively and Scarlett Johansson. They don't look the right age. They look like they just got out of college. And there's one scene where the main character has to strip off her astronaut suit. And let's be honest, if you watch this in 3D and these girls strip down, I think other body parts are going to be popping out instead of George Clooney's hands. And the 3D glasses will probably make their testicles bigger than they already are. And that would distract from the movie. This is a movie that you have to watch in 3D, or at least in theaters. You know, you have those different types of movies. You know, the ones that you rent, the ones that you torrent, the ones you buy on DVD for a girl sleepover. And honestly, I don't really like 3D because it always gives me a headache. And I don't really have a 3D face. So, you know, whenever I'm wearing it, I always have to kind of hold it up. So if I'm going to pay $15 for a headache and a piece of plastic, a lot of things better be flying in my face. That's what she said. And if you're a 90s kid, you can actually appreciate these glasses. Because when 3D first came out, we had to use this Spider-Man colored looking cardboard crap. The movie uses 3D really well. They don't just slap it in there. But this movie had satellite debris, fire and water like flying everywhere. Satellite debris was flying everywhere so fast that it was just, I was like trying to dodge it. I looked like I had Tourette's. People were complaining about like the accuracy of the movie. And yeah, there are certain things in the movie that are inaccurate. The director said he had to do that to carry on the story. There's this part where Sandra's trying to pull George Clooney to safety and she couldn't do it. But in reality, a simple tug could have like pulled him in. Because in space, there's zero gravity, so you could like take a piece of hair and like push it against the wall and you could propel yourself really far. It's weird that the tagline for this movie is "Don't Let Go." You've probably seen it in the posters and the trailers, but I feel like they should change it to something like "Hold On" or "Grab On," because this girl cannot hold on to anything even if her life depended on it. I mean, her life literally depended on it. You just tear while grabbing onto anything. You know that feeling when you're just so close to something and you can't quite get there? That's how it was. When she was flying around, and in my head I'm screaming, grab onto something, anything. For the love of God, just grab anything. But because I was in theater and my throat hurt, it came out like, just grab it, just grab anything. Come on, you can do it. So instead of sounding like a concerned citizen, I sounded like an old perverted creeper. There's couples all up in front of me, so that just made the situation even worse. I had none of them turned around or I would be mortified. Oh, and at the end, she lands on Earth and she starts swimming up. All of a sudden, there's just this random frog that comes up on the screen. I was like, what is up with that random frog? And I think the whole movie is supposed to represent like evolution. He has a lot of ideas and symbols of evolution throughout the movie. So if you see the frog, that's probably not as random as it seems. And the movie ends with her walking away from the shore and walking towards the island. And I was thinking like, ooh, Gravity sequel? But instead of space, it'll be an island. It could be the sequel to Castaway and the prequel to Life of Pi. So basically, you should definitely watch it because you get to watch a movie that took a long ass time to make. It took 4.5 years to make. And I know it's making bank right now because I read somewhere in a magazine it's made like $55.6 million in just the first weekend. You'll probably be hearing about this movie a lot in the next couple months, and it's only going to be in theater for so long. So might as well enjoy it while it's still in theaters.
You make my world go round.